Taking this into account
Yeah.
and the fact that you are considering of moving towards the mobile environment, if that would prove useful for your users and would add more functionality to the website, um, we can clearly see that you have lots of experience. You see a clear picture of the app environment, so to say.
Sure.
Can you give any tips for other web developers based on your personal experience?
I'd say so. Firstly, my background isn't technical. It's mainly in the marketing side of the business.
Hmm.
And I think there's two ways to look at developing an application. My view personally is that it's very easy to invest a lot of time in developing an app that is the most technologically advanced, the most visually impressive. But I think while that is all well and fine, if you lose sight of why you want to develop an application in the first place, then you are doing you and your users a disservice. I think as a marketeer that designing an application is about developing an application that is clean, that is elegant, that is sometimes simplistic. Um, we find that occasionally users do not like to be overwhelmed by buttons and pretty graphics and all
Yeah,
that. They want to dive right into what it is they came here for in the first place. In the case of
to
Globetrooper, they
functionality.
want to organise their trips. They want to find travel partners. So
Hmm.
I imagine that ethos will extend into any applications that we develop for mobile. First and foremost, we'll produce them for the user. We'll make sure they are extremely user friendly.
Hmm.
Um, of course, presentation is important. First impressions are important, but it's how your users actually, use your applications with real value, with real benefit. That's most important, and that's what will drive traffic. That's what will drive loyalty. Get our visitors using our product. Get them enjoying it,
Hmm.
and then we can add the spit and polish after that. And
So try not to add too much functionality and just deliver something that users like and
I think so.
feel connected to.
I think so. Certainly, when you look at your user demographic, I think you have to appreciate that your visitors have different skills, different
Hmm.
computer literacy skills as well, and they want to dive straight in. They want to get down to the nitty gritty of what the app is for. And I think if you're a designer, that means concentrating on a really good graphical user interface that's clean, simplistic, fluid, and doesn't bog people down with what I call bloatware.
Yeah.
You know, unnecessary elements that really don't need to be there. So if I was a designer or if I was writing a brief to have an app designed, those are the sort of things that would be first and foremost on my agenda. And the other things, the visual appearance, the technology platforms, they're important as well.
But they can wait a bit.
Exactly. As someone who has a marketing background, that would be my personal direction, and I think one that our users will appreciate.
Okay. Anybody you or your company would like to thank for helping you win this most original app award?
Well, first and foremost, I think I need to credit and offer full credit to the founders of Globetrooper. If it wasn't for Lauren and Todd, then Globetrooper wouldn't be here. A
Hmm.
lot of what they thought of, what they developed, uh, what they had in mind is why Globetrooper is here today. My job is about taking it forward, about advancing the
Hmm.
foundations that they have laid, um, and they are owed a great deal of credit for their idea and for having the stamina and the resolve to really make it happen. I hope that as the months and the years roll by, that I can continue to offer a real value to our users. I hope that AppAppeal, when they read about Globetrooper, hopefully in more detail, that they will have some empathy with that ideal and will find Globetrooper useful as well. And obviously would like to thank yourselves for this award and for bringing some prominence and extra awareness to Globetrooper, and I think I'm very appreciative of that. I'm very appreciative of Globetrooper's humble origins. And
it was our pleasure, and we think that Globetrooper clearly deserves this award. Any web apps do you yourself use? Because, well, we're AppAppeal, we're fanatics, we ourselves use a lot of web apps, and we're curious to know which applications do you use in everyday life?
I suppose in everyday life, it took me a long time to sort of jump in onto the sort of mobile applications bandwagon. Some people might think that I would have been one of the first people to really sort of get involved with applications and smart apps, the sort of things that you see on tablet devices and the like. I've really got into it this year. Actually, I've really invested a lot of learning and private time into social networking using applications on smartphones and tablet devices. And now, of course, I've had the opportunity to discover AppAppeal, and I've noticed already you've got some fantastic content on there, particularly in your travel category. So I'll be sure to spend a lot more time browsing those particular applications. Firstly, to get some great ideas as well, and to see what other people are up to, but at the same time to enjoy the content. I think apps have really revolutionized the way that people use the web, the way that people use smartphones, and the level of productivity that you can now take with you in very small portable devices is astonishing. And you guys have a great catalogue of apps on your site, and the future, I think, is clear for all to see. There's going to be a lot of involvement both from the user and from developers in really bringing some great apps onto the scene, and I'm excited to be part of that journey, and I hope to
great.
That's
do you have any questions for the AppAppeal team?
I suppose I'm curious about where you guys see your site going over the next couple of years. I mean, in many ways, you are a destination for people to find apps in every conceivable category. I will freely admit I've only recently discovered AppAppeal. I think it's a fantastic site, and I would love to see what your direction is for the future, particularly in the travel category. You've got some great stuff there.
In the future, well, we're gonna continue reviewing web apps, but to be honest, at the same time, we also saw the increase of demand for mobile applications and pad applications with the launch of the Android tablets and iPad being already on the market for a few years. Things are moving slowly towards that domain. Yeah. At the same time, we believe that web apps can be accessible from any device as long as you have internet connection. You don't necessarily need to download an app, because anyway, most of these apps that you download for your mobile require internet access in order to access the databases of said companies that develop them. Yeah. But in the future, well, we're gonna continue concentrating on web apps. We're gonna continue adding and looking for new and unique web apps to present also for the travel agency.
Yeah.
So if you follow us, you're probably gonna see your
Definitely. I mean, we're very excited actually at Globetrooper about the potential that mobile applications are going to have, both in the near term and in the longer term. And you know, we're already in our analytics seeing more and more people using the site via their mobile devices. So that's going to be big. And you know, we're determined to make the most of that and learn as we go, but not be left standing behind.
Definitely. So, as I was saying, we're gonna continue also for the travel category and add content over there. So probably if you follow us, you're gonna see your next big competitor, the silver bullet rule, like Andy Grove he said in his book "Only the Paranoid Survive."
Sure.
When you have silver bullets and you are allowed only to shoot one person, you have to know which company you want to shoot. The moment you don't know who to shoot, you're in trouble.
What was it that made Globetrooper stand out, particularly to yourselves and to your audience? Would you say?
First off, it was clearly the social aspect of the website, as you previously mentioned and presented. Was the idea that you can actually try and take a leap of faith and know somebody, try to meet somebody that you haven't met so far, somebody across the world, and together you go on probably what will be the adventure of your lifetime. And clearly this is not an app for the people who are not willing to take an extra step, or for the people who are just satisfied with their Monday and everyday lives. So what ticked for us when we thought about Globetrooper was how original and how this app actually managed to push you forward to do something, to take an initiative and change probably even your lifestyle for a few months or a few weeks, and definitely pushing the envelope, trying to be open and trying to meet other people and trying to have an open attitude with which we think is healthy for us, for individuals, and for the whole world. If people just try to get to know each other better and try to understand, and this going on a trip with Globetrooper can be an exercise to see just how open-minded and adaptive to change.
Well, you know, it's a big wide world out there, and you know, most people that are just looking for adventure, they will struggle to find the sort of trips that they're going to find on Globetrooper at a regular travel agent. Particularly some of the more adventurous and extreme trips that you do find on Globetrooper. Everything from climbing the world's highest mountains to you know, exploring the densest of jungles. You know, there are people that want to do that out there, and it's about bringing them together. And once they're together, they can, you know, happily make their arrangements and start their trip. And you know, we've already got, you know, stories that come in from time to time from trips that have completed, and it's nice when you do get a little bit of feedback occasionally where they said, well, look, you know, if it wasn't for Globetrooper, the trip wouldn't have happened because we wouldn't have come together. And in some cases, people have been able to make new friends and people that they keep in touch with, you know, long after the original trip is finished. And you know, that's
exactly
quite a good
that's the aspect that we thought gave an extra edge to Globetrooper. Well, thank you very much for this interview. Congratulations again on winning the most original AppAppeal award for the travel category, and well, we hope to hear from you soon. We wish you all the best, and we're probably going to try to use your app in the foreseeable future.
Definitely. Thank you, Theodore. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the award, and I hope that Globetrooper continually goes to provide your users with value and a good travel experience.
Yes. Congratulations again, and have a nice day.
Will do.
Bye.